Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we will be going through Magical Minis pocket-sized fairy fantasy art coloring book. This is a little book by Selena Fenech. When you place it up against a big book, just so you guys can see the comparison, how little this book is. So it's kind of like a travel size book thing. So I just wanted to give you that as an example. So this is the first one that I've ever done in this book, so it counts for Color Your Horde. I did this with all markers. I don't remember which markers I used, but it was definitely not the Artezas. The Arteza ever blends leave a yellow residue whenever you color with them, and I don't know why they're doing that. So this is the Magical Minis. I was trying to do a fairy. There's a lot of pretty pictures in here, so basically just take some of the most popular images from her other books, and they're smaller sized images of bigger pictures that she's had in other books. So it's a really cute little book. You know what I mean? Like if you want to do something quick and easy, this would be a good book. The next one is Portrait of the Mermaid by Sara Burrier. This is also another small one. I like this book because it has a lot of nice mermaid pictures and it's really quick. And as you can see, I did put some glitter. You really can't see the glitter. Like this, her eyes, I glittered them over. I used marker over the base and then I put glitter. But there is shine to this, so I did put some shine. I used mostly markers, but I did use my gel pens as well for that one. Now this is my travel book. I take this on vacation. As some of you know, I went on vacation for a little bit this month, so I got some pictures finished in this one. This is Mein Spazergang Durch Fahreszeitn. Listen, I don't do German, so. So I did this one. I started this off with Muji pencils last time, and then I finished it with Prisma's Polys and Pablo's for what I took on vacation. I took a small little set and put them in a little tube so I could carry them. So I would have something to color with. And as you can see, these are some works in progress. I have some works in progress, and then I did this one. Now some of you may have seen this on Instagram, so these are really fun books to color. Then this one, now we're going to get to my digital PDFs. Now this one is a woman who's known as Raen Art. This comes from our Elves coloring book, and I did this all with Winsor & Newton Pro markers. So I just want you guys to know that this was done all with one marker set. I didn't even use my Copics with this one. So, and I also colored this for Color Your Horde because it's the first one in her book. So I really like the colors in this one. The next digital one comes from Hollow Moon Art Grayscale Volume 3. Now Hollow Moon, I did this one with markers, and this is done on marker paper as well. So I did this one, and I finished this one on 70409. I really like how all the colors I used worked really well. I did use markers, but I can't remember which ones. Then this one is also another digital one. This comes from Selena Fenech's Etsy store, Printable Fantasy. The nice thing about a PDF is that you can print it over again and do it totally different. Now I know what I did for this one. What happened was my Arteza water brush pen, I used the very last of my Arteza water brush pen for the background, and it ran out, so I used up the last of my thing for this one. Now this one is Mermaid Hair by Deborah Muller. So those were the digital ones that I did this month. This one is Mermaid Hair, Queens of the Sea by Deborah Muller. As you can tell, I love using markers in these books because they come out so nice. But I did use the last of my Gel Writer glitter pens. I still have like 2 or 3 pens, maybe 4 or 5 pens that didn't die on me, but I did use the last of some of them on this picture, like this color, this pink. I think that's the last of it. Could be wrong, but I did use markers on them. So that's what I did with that one. See, I always like to try and put everything back in a pile. Then this one is Crown Fantasy Queens. I did this one. I also like to try out different skin tones with my markers sometimes and see what colors work well and what colors did not work well. This is the ivory skin tone with Winsin and Nuda Pro markers. I know for the background I used the last of the small meaning marker for that color, so I know I used that. Hannah Lynn, Maui Mermaids. I love this one. This one came out really nice. I liked using this one. I've been coloring again in this book a lot. Then some of you saw this one because I was going to the beach, and before I went to the beach I wanted to do this one. I thought this one came out really nice. I like this one a lot. Sometimes I'll like to be in the mood to do things. The next one I did, Mermaids, Grayscale coloring book. Now, I love this book because the grayscale is so nice in this book. I really like this picture that I did. I just think the picture, her hair was very different. I wanted to try to do something a little bit different. Get into the next picture. Then this one, I did this one in line art as well, but I wanted to try different. I wanted to try a different hair color and try doing something different with it. And this I didn't use my Bianos. I think I used my Winsor & Newton markers. And what happened was the skin tone dried out on me, so I had to use pencils to finish it up and smooth it out because it looked really rough. So I used pencils over that too. Smooth out the skin. Another Hannah Lynn book. This was one of my favorite ones because I was doing it as, I really love this picture. Plus it has lots of glitter. This I used with the, I think I used the gel writer pen up for the moon, if you can see that. This one, I really like this one. I just thought this was so cute. I just thought this was like too perfect of a picture not to do. And then I did one in the beginning of the month from this. It's called Spellbinding Images, a Grayscale Fantasy Coloring Book. Did this one. The strawberry came out a little too dark. I should have used a lighter red, but this paper is interesting because it's very much like the Christine Karen paper for fairies. I like this picture. Then I did my first page in 50 Beautiful Mermaids by Camelia Angela Culver, which I loved this page, doing this page. No, this is my second page because my first page is there. I might do this book in order because I love the pictures in it, but I have to have an idea. So this is the second one in it. You know what I mean? My whole thing is I must have an idea when I color in some of these books. The next one, Fairy Portraits Coloring Book. This is a fantasy coloring adventure for adults. I did this one in markers. I'm going to do this whole book in markers because they're just really cute and markers are a lot faster. So I like this one. I did this one. I forget which markers I used, but I think it could have been my small meaning markers. Ikuko. Now, I did 2 pictures in this one because I was in the mood to do grayscale for whatever reason. I think it was a carryover from last month. But I really like this girl. She came out really pretty. And then I did this one. The marker was dying on me as I was doing her, so felt bad. I should have gone over her with pencil, but you live and learn. So that's what I did with that one. Then I did my first picture in this book, which is Zodiac Dreams by Marlon Tennyson. This has really nice artwork in it too. And basically you're having the symbol. What happened was I messed up with her skin. I was trying to make it a little bit more tan, and then I made it too dark, so I had to lighten it up. So I really like this. I used my Pieces on pencils, Prismas and Pablos for that one. Sorry guys. Then another Deborah Muller book. I did this one. This one is Steampunk Fairyland. I did this one. I really like the colors in this one. I like the pictures in this book. I don't get to do this book too often, so I might start working in this book a lot more. Because the pictures are really, like, I just want to show you some of the pictures in this. The book is really cute. I think it's one of her overlooked books. And then, as most of you know, this is one of my other favorite books that I like to color in. Fairies 2 by, I like this. I did this with markers. I think I did this with Cali Arts, and I think the skin was done with Bliss. This was funny because I did this with the the water was done with the Marabou aqua pen, but the rest of it was done with aquas. This was funny because the water brush ran out, and then I had to do the rest with a polychromos for the background to finish it. So that's what I did. Sometimes if your brush pen or the medium that you're working with fails, you can always go back to pencils to finish it and fix it. So that's what I did with that one. Adorned fairy here. Now I haven't even posted this one yet to Instagram, but I did this with gel pen, with my Pentel gel pens. As you can see, look at how bright that is. That's the Pentel, and the little gold things that I did there. So, and then the rest of it was done with markers, so I want you guys to see that. Then I did a picture out of 101 Unique Mandalas. Now, I'm going to say something here. Now, when I started this picture, it had a yellow tint to it. For whatever reason, because I used in the previous picture a Arteza Everblend. I did this picture with Arteza Everblend. And I had put a page behind it, but somehow, after you take the page out, and if you use the Arteza Everblends, they're leaving a yellow residue. So then you have to color them darker. And I did this with, I believe, Cali Art markers. Now an oldie book that I hadn't done in a while, and then, you know, I started seeing some people work in this book again. So this is Rhapsody in the Forest. I have done most of this book in order for the most part, but there's a few pictures that I didn't do in order. So, but this is the picture that I finished. I don't remember what I did this with, but I do remember I finished this with polychromos last night. So I did like that I finished that. And then I started working on this. So I've already started working on a new picture in this. So this is polychromos. The next picture I did was from Country Romance Coloring Book by Jade Summer. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get to the page I finished. So this I did yesterday with markers. I did this. I'm trying to remember what I did this with yesterday. I used markers on it, but now I can't remember. I'm drawing a blank as to which markers I used on this, but markers work really well on this paper. And then this is another page that I'm currently in the middle of working on, so that's the first page in this book. So this I also can count for Color Your Horde. Right now I'm not posting a whole lot of pictures because my phone is out of data. Oh yeah. And then this one we did on a live stream. So this is for Christmas in July, or the festive Christmas color-a-thon that people were doing. So we did this. I did this with my new Biano markers. This was totally done with Biano, so I wanted you guys to see this. So you guys can really, really like this book. The next one, Mandalas. I also did this, a page from this. I always do a page from this. I did this with Cali Arts, Winsor and Newton, and I think I did this. No, I did this with some Cali Arts, Small Meaning, and Zangji markers. Which I'm running out of the Zangji markers, so I will be at now I did this one too, which is Original Bliss, which I love these books. That's a picture. I did this one with a bunch of different markers. I did this with my Spectrum Noir, this thing here that you see with this thing. I did this with the tricolor thing, tricolor marker that I got from the Sketchbox to see how it worked. And then I was using Zangji, Cali Arts, small 5 markers, so I used a couple of different markers for that one. Now the next one we did was a live stream one, and this comes from Ethno Spirit by Katerina Babarakina, who's a Russian illustrator. You must buy, you can buy this book on Etsy, but if you want to save money, I suggest buying it off of her directly, because it's a lot less money. Don't know why that happened. That's a very weird thing that just happened. Somehow it got stuck. Now this is a very big book. We did this on a live stream. See, I'm downstairs on my kitchen table. Upstairs is where we do the live streams. So that's the Ethno Spirit. We did this with a bunch of different pencils and I did this live, so I was really proud of this picture. I like this a lot. So that was one of my things that I really like doing. Now we get to my hardcovers. This one is Slavic Beauties. I seem to be always doing one page in this every month. I try really hard to get to do one page in a month. And this one I did via Polychromos Prismas. I wanted to try and do a picture all in Polychromos, but I didn't have this red in my polys, but I did have it in my thing, and the name of the picture is Orchard. I really like this picture. I like how the hair came out. You know, and I was trying to do something a little bit different with my colors for this one. So I wanted to try something new and try a new technique. The technique didn't come out 100% perfect, but you know, you try to do new things to experiment to see if you're gonna like it. The next one, a Maria Troll book, Nightfall. Now this was an old one that I had started a while back ago, and I didn't remember what I used, so I finished it with Prismacolors. You know, sometimes you start a picture and then you don't remember what you did with it. So I just wanted to show you that. Sometimes you go back into a book and then you're like, why was this picture never finished? I must finish it. Tenderful Enchantments. We did this one during a live stream, which I really liked this picture a lot more than I thought I was gonna like it. It was fun to do this one. We did this one on live stream. Then Summer Nights. I think I did this one for the HK 5K project. Yeah. This was one of the first ones I did, but it's going to be the last one that I finish. Get you guys. So you guys can see how much work went into this. This took a lot of different pencils, a lot of different mediums. I think I used gel pens, Tombow irritant pencils, Prismas, Polychromos, fine liners to do this picture. So this one took me quite a little bit of time to do because I had started it the month before. So this is part of the HK 5K project. I was really happy with the way this one turned out. So those are my finished pages for the month of July. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I have enjoyed it. So happy coloring, everybody.